up on our agenda is a very important part of what we do here, and it's celebration. And the next thing on our agenda is to celebrate a community champion, and I'll pass it over to my co-chair, who's going to introduce the Community Champion Award.
The Community Champion Award, that's what we're giving. The ACLCO executive is excited to once again present the annual Community Champion Award. It is an award given to an individual or an organization that champions the cause of our clients and communities. In these difficult days for our clients and for their issues, we believe it is vital that we celebrate those who stand up for the poorest and most dispossessed in our society. We believe that community legal clinics are very well placed to identify and recognize these champions. The idea behind this award was suggested by a community clinic. It's a way of recognizing those who advocate and fight on behalf of our clients, often in the trenches with us, but those who rarely get recognized for this work. It's also a way of raising the clinic system's profile and improving the linkages between us and our friends. We wish we could present awards to all of those who champion the causes of our clients and communities, because to us, you are all winners, like you're all wearing white hats. However, each year we face the difficult task of choosing the one recipient from many worthy nominations we receive. So I'm going to invite Benjamin Hognestad up here. He's a staff lawyer with the Community Legal Clinic of York Region to introduce this year's community champion.
A little bit. I think it's okay. I think it's fine. So I'm going to talk about the many hats of Yvonne Kelly. So my colleagues and I at the Community Legal Clinic of York Region are so pleased to lift up and celebrate our community champion, Yvonne. Yvonne, she's sitting right over there. Yvonne is a tireless advocate and a true inspiration. As we said in our nomination, Yvonne's good work spans decades. I'm sure many of you in this room know Yvonne or are familiar with some of her facets. It would take me all afternoon to give you a full rundown, but I will try to give you a proper taste. Yvonne is a social worker by training. She currently works as a community and partnership development with the York Region District School Board, working to help low-income students and their families. But this is only a small part of Yvonne's work. Yvonne is both the co-chair of the York Region Social Planning Council and the chair of the Ontario-wide umbrella organization, Social Planning Network of Ontario. And where we work most closely with Yvonne is with the Affordable Housing Coalition of York Region and our most recent collaboration, an ad hoc committee on encampment advocacy. Yvonne is a housing advocacy powerhouse. Here are some highlights. In 2020, the Affordable Housing Coalition, which Yvonne is a founding member, made submissions for York Region's Municipal Comprehensive Review at the invitation of York Region's Chief Planner for Planning and Economic Development. In 2022, the Housing Coalition created a pledge for election candidates specific to the housing crisis, and Yvonne was out in the media writing multiple articles in local media making noise about the housing crisis. A month ago, she helped release a comprehensive report on displacement in both the urban and rural contexts through various social planning councils and the University of Waterloo. You can grab a copy of that at the Social Planning Network of Ontario's website, and I suggest you do. And just last week, we collaborated on an event at the Newmarket Public Library to bring together all the various stakeholders and community members to share ideas and organize around supporting our neighbors in encampments. The room was full with representatives from York Region's Homelessness Initiatives Division, Community Action Tables, Public Health, Blue Door Shelter, Grassroots Harm Reduction Workers, Fire Department, and one solitary Markham City Councillor who decried the lack of other elected representatives. Yvonne and I were talking in the car beforehand, and we're working on getting more politicians out next time. During this event, we had a large and diverse audience to share all the exciting things happening with encampment litigation, Waterloo, Hamilton, Kingston, and to hear from workers on the ground, share ideas, and connect. We are optimistic that these collective efforts are having an impact on the landscape in York Region and creating an appetite to respond differently to the housing crisis and support our neighbors living in tents. Yvonne describes her own work as bringing people together to find common purpose. And there is no better way to describe it in our opinion. We are so happy to get to acknowledge her work as our ACLCO community champion. Thank you, Yvonne. Come on up. Thanks, Teresa. Say a couple words.
I'll keep this very brief. I feel like I'm a kid in a candy store today, so I'm a born organizer. So to listen to Tim talk today was just amazing. Then I get to be here at TMU, and I went to Ryerson here probably 35 years ago, which is kind of thing I don't tell a lot of people how long ago it was. And now I'm off to a communications and political action conference tonight at the airport for the union that I'm involved in. So this is just the best. And I will say, when Ben reached out and said that they had nominated me, I didn't even know that was a thing. And that I'd actually won. I was like, I said, this is the best thing that's happened to me in 2 years, like honestly, personally. And I was just so honored and also surprised, but just elated to be able to be nominated for this. I will say two things. We have a dream team in York Region. I've worked with the legal clinic for about 12 years. Something happened a couple of years ago. I don't know what it was, but we ended up with Jeff, we ended up with Sharon, Michelle, Ben, Noye, and a whole lot of other great staff people that are just incredible to work with. Like, these are advocates at heart. So it makes it easy for us to do this great work on the community, in the community on the ground level. I'll also do a shout out because I got this opportunity. Ben brought attention to the report that the Social Planning Network of Ontario produced a couple of weeks ago. It's been an 18-month project on mapping displacement in 4 communities across Ontario. We wanted to get outside of Toronto to show that this was not just a big city issue. So Kitchener was one of the inspirations for the work that we did, but we focused on Oxford County, Kingston, Cornwall, and York Region. And you can go on our website, spno.ca, to check that out. It's kind of a testament to the work that we can do together with legal clinics and with other community partners, with social planning councils that are right across Ontario. Very humble, very small, sometimes very underfunded organizations, but we love to work with you, and I'm sure that we will in the future do even more of that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much to Yvonne and to all the other community champions that we have and work with every day.